Hello YouTube, it's me, DMan6102 here again, debunking part 2 of Mario's Mental for my enjoyment and your entertainment. Now before we start guys, let me ask, who is ready for the Nintendo Switch? Guys, I can't even explain in words how excited I am, especially that Super Mario Odyssey trailer. I literally screamed like a little girl when I first seen it. Come on, it was crazy. I could not believe what I was seeing. We are getting an open world Mario game for the first time in a long time. Since Galaxy, people don't really count the Galaxy games, but whatever. I'm going off script here. So, without further ado, let's begin. To break down part 2 of Mario's Mental, to further prove my case about how one of the biggest dudes on YouTube didn't quite do their homework. Let's begin.
As we dig through Mario's betrayal of both the woman and country he's trying to save, by the end we'll have a pretty strong and surprising diagnosis of what's going on inside the head of gaming's biggest mascot. So let's talk for a minute about Mario the Man-Whore. Sure, we all know that Princess Peach is Mario's main squeeze now, but it's easy to overlook his flings with other women. Take for instance Pauline. The girl stranded atop the girders in Donkey Kong may appear to have the same fashion sense as the Toadstool Princess, but one look at the promotional box art of our damsel in distress shows us that Pauline is a very different type of gal. Wearing tight, low-cut red dresses, Pauline is certainly a departure from the buttoned-up, kiss-on-the-cheek prone Peach.
Oh, Mario.
And yes, while Pauline and Mario were in love long before Mario's adventures in the Mushroom Kingdom began, the feelings that drive a man to leap over anthropomorphic fireballs to rescue his ladylove die hard. Case in point, the Mario vs. Donkey Kong series, where, after years of absence, Pauline makes her grand return as Mario's quote-unquote special guest. For those of you unfamiliar with this more obscure series, Mario is debuting a new theme park based around his hit toy line, and his VIP guest at the ribbon cutting is Pauline. No signs of Peach anywhere. Now, as a committed man myself, I speak with authority when I say you do not invite another woman as your date to any sort of function ever, especially if she is a former girlfriend.
First, you state that it's wrong for Mario to invite Pauline as his special guest in his toy company, especially after her being his ex. Well, here's where your theory stumbles. What you fail to realize is that Mario was a nice guy, as I'm sure beginning this debunk. And where did Mario's adventuring career begin, besides Mario and Luigi partners in time? Well, the first one he could remember, Donkey Kong. So seeing how these toys are based off him and advertising his adventures, what game did I bring up that started him off big? Donkey Kong Arcade. And she was the one who he saved. So, as humble thanks, he allows her to be his special guest. Oh, and may I remind you that there are tons of toads around, and how Mario wouldn't even be able to get away with something like that? Like, it's on TV. How would Peach go without even knowing? I mean, if something fishy was to go about, I think at least one of the toads would say something like, "Hey, you think that the princess would approve of this?" or something. I'm guessing this takes place in the Mushroom Kingdom, dealing with the fact that there are more toads than the modern Paper Mario title. So it doesn't seem like Peach wouldn't know. I mean, Peach runs the television line for the Mushroom Kingdom, I'm guessing, because she's the princess. Don't you think if Mario was trying to pull this off, it would be in a quiet or private place or restaurant or something? I mean, he wouldn't cheat on TV. That would be dumb.
Later, in Miniland Mayhem, she even gets her own toy modeled after her. There's no Peach toy.
She even has her own toy? And there's no Peach toy? Yeah, especially not the one you showed earlier on in that video. Oops. How did that get past editing?
And speaking of old habits dying hard, when DK kidnaps her and Mario comes to the rescue, she refers to him as her hero. If there were any more red flags flying in this situation, I'd say that this was a communist conspiracy. Oh wait, and before you leave waves of comments about this being either before or after a Peach Mario celebrity breakup, timelines agree that the MVDK series takes place around the same time as New Super Mario and on to Super Mario RPG, a point in time when Mario is very clearly committed to the princess in pink. And even if you don't believe in Mario timelines, Nintendo has gone on record saying that this DK is an ancestor to this one. So clearly some time has passed with these two maintaining a very close relationship. Sorry, Peach, looks like Mario may be having his cake and eating it too. Aha!
What's wrong with that? If somebody saves someone else, aren't they referred to as the other one's hero? Heck, if you save an old lady from a car crash and she refers to you as her hero, does that make you her new love interest? Are you cheating now? Are you blushing? Give me answers, darn it! And also, speaking of timelines, how can you hold up your own claim upon a theory whose guess is as good as anyone's? There's been no official canon timeline reveal. Just like how Gaijin Goomba held his theory upon your theory, who's being held up and backed up by another theory. That's not how theories work. At least I don't believe so.
But let's not forget Mario's other girl, Daisy. But Daisy is Luigi's girl, I hear you thinking. That's right, I can hear your thoughts. Daisy may be Luigi's girl now, but everyone seems to forget her origin story. Princess of Sarasa Land, she made her first appearance in Super Mario Land for the Game Boy. And yes, while the manual and promotional material may bill this as Mario saving just another princess out of the kindness of his heart, there's no denying what you see in the final scene of the game. "Oh, Daisy, Daisy," he cries out when seeing her. Now, I'm sorry, but that's not how a friend greets another friend. Names only get repeated in romantic settings. Need more proof? Boom! That heart tells you everything you need to know about what's going on here. And once again, timelines list this game as occurring right after this. So very clearly, this is still very much a thing. And wait, this also means that, once again, we see Luigi getting the shaft. Mario dates a woman, tosses her aside, still expects her to play golf with them, and Luigi is left with the sloppy seconds. The hand-me-downs. The girl apparently not good enough to stay in Mario's little harem, so if Mario's crimes against animals and family aren't good enough, it seems he's also an adulterous plumber who can't keep his plunger in his pants.
Oh boy. For all we know, Mario could have been excited that he finally found her. And that exclamation mark separates O and Daisy, so it couldn't have been, "Oh Daisy, Daisy!" And more so, "Oh, Daisy, Daisy!" As if he was surprised that he actually found her this time. Remember, he was trolled all the other times coming in after the final boss. Excuse my impressions, by the way. And Daisy kissed him because he saved her. Maybe she was being nice. I mean, in Super Mario Run, Peach hands a kiss to any and everyone who saves her. And I don't see any theories floating around. Peach, the thought on tater tots or anything like that. Peach kisses Luigi and Luigi's not cheating on Daisy all of a sudden, is he? And once again, stop with the timeline! And how do you say this is Mario disrespecting Luigi if just earlier on you implied that this is before Daisy was Luigi's girl?
But let's not forget Mario's other girl, Daisy. But Daisy is Luigi's girl, I hear you thinking. That's right, I can hear your thoughts. Daisy may be Luigi's girl now, but everyone seems to forget her origin story. And while crimes of the heart are indeed serious, his ultimate betrayal is against the very people he's trying to protect. The denizens of the Mushroom Kingdom. Mario is a murderer. This hero of the Mushroom Kingdom has killed hundreds, thousands of toads in his quest to save them from the evil clutches of Bowser. Look at the story from the original Super Mario Bros. Quote, it's here somewhere. The kingdom was invaded by the Koopa, black magic, there we go. The quiet, peace-loving mushroom people, aka toads, were turned into mere stones, bricks, and even field horsehair plants, whatever that is, blah-de-blah-de-blah. The only one who can undo the magic is the Princess Toadstool. There you have it. Each and every brick you shatter is someone you were supposed to be saving. And the game takes it one step further, rewarding you you for killing them, giving you points for each and every block you smash. Earning points for killing people? That's what happens when you play the anti-hero. Games like GTA, Overlord, Prototype, not Mario Brothers. And if the original games were bad, look at his behavior with a Mega Mushroom. Look at his utter lack of concern for anything in his way, knowing full well that each and everything in front of him is an actual resident of the kingdom. He even celebrates his massacre when he finishes.
Wow. I'm sorry, but how was Mario supposed to know that the Toads were the bricks? And even if he held that knowledge, what could he do about it? How do we know that the bricks weren't multiple toads in one block so you'll be rewarded for separating them? Hey, going further into the games is the worst you can do. For all we know, the bricks in the newer games are the natural habitat of the Mushroom Kingdom, because Bowser only did that once, and the spell was undone in the end. I mean, at this point, can we even trust that all the bricks in the first game that you break are even toads? Because all the bricks in the first game actually look like they build structures, like to the secret exits and warp zones. Or the ones randomly hanging out in the sky out of Mario's reach. How did they get up there? How? Pretty fishy. So, I actually read a little deeper into the manual, and get this. There's a section called Mario's Friends, and it says, if you come across mushrooms who've been turned into bricks or made invisible, they reward you by giving you a power boost. With each power boost, Mario changes into a different, more powerful Mario, as shown below. Know what this means? The only toads turned into bricks are the invisible blocks, the blocks that give you coins and power-ups, and maybe the question blocks. I'm not sure. Those are rare, and don't break when you hit them. All the other random blocks are just natural habitat, as I thought. Why don't people read deeper into the manual? They just assume that they're toads. Jesus Christ.
And while we're talking about his murderous tendencies, let's talk for a minute about Mario's preferred method of delivering death: crushing. While the game makes it seem all for fun, it's pretty disturbing when you think about it. In fact, to prove the point, let's get morbid for a second here while I tell you a story. In Southeast Asia, as recently as the late 19th century, a popular form of execution was by elephant. One variation involved elephants trained to crush each and every limb of a prisoner's body that wasn't vital, shattering the arms and legs, letting the victim slowly suffer as long as possible before finally releasing its full weight onto the victim's head and chest, crushing the bones, spraying brains and viscera everywhere. Now, did that make you uncomfortable? Make you cringe? Could you see yourself being repulsed by that sort of thing? Good! Because it's normal for someone to react that way. You know who doesn't? Mario. In fact, he relishes in it, yipping and yee-hawing as he leaps from one flattened corpse to the next. He has no sense of guilt, no sense of remorse. Police officers forced to kill in the line of duty have second thoughts. Soldiers forced to kill on the battlefields often suffer from PTSD. Bad guys or no, Mario should be feeling something, anything other than joy, knowing that he's ending the existence of so many living creatures. You know who else doesn't have any remorse for their crimes? The Joker, Hannibal Lecter, Mr. Hyde, Ted Bundy, Lumberjack Dexter. These are all men with antisocial personality disorder, actual psychopaths, and Mario fits right in.
Oh, okay. So Goombas can kill Mario with a straight face and no remorse, but Mario can't do vice versa. You made it seem as if every second of a Mario platformer was not life or death for Mario. You made it seem like Goombas feel every second of the stomp. No, they don't. When they get stomped on, they turn flat and poof away. No guts, no gore. Heck, for all we know, they could be retreating because they don't just glitch away or anything like that. They literally poof away in a cloud. So, disproved?
I can definitively say Mario has antisocial personality disorder. So I bet you never knew that, but hey, it's just a theory. A game.
I love how you take what you said as fact and then call it a theory, misleading all of your fans at the end. Lol. So, I hope you all could listen to my half of the proof that Mario has always been a hero. Man just looks way too into it. You may have dig deep, but I dug dipper. I use old past tense dig is GC and use the new variation for it. Screw it, whatever. Listen guys, I'm sorry that I'm uploading this almost 2 weeks after I said it will be uploaded, but I just got transferred to a new school, you know, stuff like that, had to get things together or whatever. Now I'm taking school at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, just whatever, but it's just crazy. But you know what, whatever, it's fine. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I haven't uploaded also because I'm working on my video game, and I really am looking forward to uploading the trailer and the demo real soon. So I hope you guys can look forward to that and enjoy it. You know, you see it's playable. And once again, thank you for watching. Remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think. Tell me if you don't agree, you think that Mario is still a psychopath, whatever, I don't care. I mean, no, I do care. I care about your opinion. No.